I had another portal up here for originally when I couldn't break the bedrock, but now I got it broken, so I can just take this down here. This is a neat little minecart system. Oh. Hello everyone, my name is Ballistic. Thank you for joining the channel here today. As I talked about earlier, we are going to be doing a world tour today. So I figured since I've already done a couple episodes from this multiplayer Let's Play world that I would go ahead and do a world tour. That way you guys could get a little more familiar with this world. And that way when we do some more videos going forward, I keep hitting into this bed here. Yeah, that way when we keep doing more videos going forward, you guys will kind of be a little more familiar with this world. So, yep, I'm going to start here in the starter house. So I guess we'll go outside here, give you a look. This is a starter house built relatively early on. Obviously, I've done a lot of decoration since then. Kind of the outside here. I got some green concrete with the grass to kind of give like the stripe line effect. So freshly mowed lawn. Got these lanterns to make sure that no mobs can spawn inside of the fence gate here, and just got a little spruce fence gate design with some spruce wood caps on top. So yeah, we got that. Still got some of my animals inside here. I gotta move this horse to the barn there. Still haven't decided if they're gonna be outside or inside dogs yet, so I'll be working on that. Yep, so we'll hop here inside. So we got just some decoration in here, a little dining room, kitchen over here to the left. We got a pantry where I got most of my storage space, so kind of got these organized based on different things. As of right now, this is kind of temporary storage till I eventually end up building a nice auto sorter. But yeah, this is a kitchen area. Kind of have a little, almost like a sliding door effect. Obviously it doesn't actually slide, but that's what I was trying to look for. Got a little hot tub over here with some soul sand, and then a pool over here. Tried to go make it look like an infinity pool a little bit, the best I could. Obviously overlooking a swamp might not be the best effect, but we had a natural cliff over here, so I kind of wanted to use that. Also did some terraforming over here, tried to make it look like a rocky landscape, and then kind of like a brick build up for the pool and everything like that. So yep, go back inside here. I guess we'll go next to the upstairs. Nothing too complicated up here, just a bedroom, a couple other people on the server. They got their own bases at this point though, so it doesn't really get mostly used. This is mostly my base. We're pretty near world spawn also, so that's nice. So we got a base for everyone. If they ever die, they're close to here. So here we got the attic. Just some overflow storage. Got a huge mob farm, so I've been saving a lot of the extra arrows up here. At this point, I'm kind of just throwing them out. I will probably use some of them for tipped arrows at some point, but they're not really necessary. Over here, we just got another bedroom. Nothing too crazy. Yep, just a simple starter home. Nothing too crazy. And then we'll go downstairs here. Got a little more nethery themed with some of the nether blocks. Got some storage over here for a lot of nether items. This is where I've been storing all my magma blocks for the zombie pigment farm that I'm going to be building soon, as I told you guys. Some stuff left over from end raiding actually here recently. And this is where you got potion area. Got a little nether wart farm over here. Potions, got some stored up potions in here, all my ingredients, water bottles. Also have a infinite water source here, so if I need to fill up any water bottles I can. Got that. And then over here we got the enchantment set up, so I got my smithing table, my anvil, my disenchantment table. or not table, but the grindstone to disenchant stuff. The ender chest over here. As you can see, it's a little disorganized. I gotta go through and organize this here neatly at some point. Over here, got a bunch of enchanted books and stuff like that, enchanted bows. I eventually need to go through all this and probably just need to throw a bunch of it out. So I'll probably just disenchant a bunch of this stuff for the levels, and then maybe smelt some of it down, or re-enchant some of this stuff. For here, we have, turns more into nether themed with a lot of the new blocks, like the chiseled nether brick, which is new, and a lot of these other new blocks. This leads to our nether portal. Over here, got a couple different farms in one, actually. So this is a flower farm and a honey and honeycomb farm. So I've actually got it turned off right now, so it's not really collecting anything. It's just so efficient. I didn't really need any more at the moment, so I just haven't had it really running anymore. Bees, pollinate the flowers here. Also, underneath here, I don't think I have any bone meal in at the moment, but if you go down here, this little dispenser, it'll dispense the grass, and then have water that flows out of here on the when you use a redstone pulse from here. That breaks all the flowers, and it goes into this water area here, and then into this chest. Alright, head on our way. So, kind of, give you guys an idea of what the theme of my area is here. So over here, we got a little farming district. So kind of the theme is I got four districts kind of combining into one area. This is the farming district here, and then I'll have a village, with villagers and everything. So I'll make my own village at some point, and then connected to that will be a city build where I'll put a lot of my farms that might not go in either of those other two areas, and then lastly I'll have an industrial area. So that's kind of where the mine is and some of that other stuff. So these four districts are kind of combining together to make one area. As you can see over here, got a big wheat field just for aesthetic purposes, nothing too crazy. I have a path, of course I have the slabs so that you don't lose your sprint as you're going up them. Then over to the right we have the barn here with some animals. I still have to organize this a bit, but we got a bunch of horses in here. Actually got some skeleton horses now. Got some cows. Got a cow crusher over here. Bunch of llamas. Have to eventually come in and organize this a little bit. Guess we'll go out the back here to the next area. So, I have not connected the path yet to the vineyard over here, but here it's a sweet berry area, I guess. Supposed to look kind of like a vineyard. This is also more aesthetically based, not really for actual farming, but if you needed a ton of sweet berries, you could definitely use this. So I need to connect a path that goes from the outside of the barn here. Next we have some storage silos. I'll actually come back to that because I want to show you guys the functional purpose of this later on. Next we have a chicken coop. It's kind of got a chimney on it right now. I'm actually going to expand this to make it a four section chicken farm. Right now it's only has the one. So I'll go inside here and show this to you guys. Basically what happens, you got some chickens up there, and then they get dispensed with this circuit out there. What happens is they are dispensed into this half slab here, and when the babies come out for the eggs that actually produce babies, they won't take any damage, but once they grow into adults, they take suffocation damage, and then it's an automatic way of getting feathers in chicken. I actually, this is a piece, I have the circuit turned off right now, and that's the rest of the redstone circuit for that. I've actually been using it as an egg farm to collect. I'm going to use it to collect wither roses later on, and I'll actually show you guys how to do that later on here. Go over here down this path a little bit to the rabbit farm. This one I originally wanted for kind of villager trading. Learned that later on that these farms are kind of super inefficient. Unfortunately, we're getting a little lag here right now. But yeah, it hasn't been super efficient. So it's kind of probably more for aesthetics at this point. But got a little rabbit hutch. Go down here, swipe at the rabbits, get the drops. Got a ton in there right now. But this is over the course of a long period of time. So you swipe them down here, and then after that, you feed them up here. Usually we'll put a water bucket in there, and then when you hop on this, it dispenses the water, and then you can feed them there. So pretty simple stuff. Next we'll get into some of the automatic crop farms. So originally I had an auto pumpkin and melon farm up here, but it wasn't super efficient, and I didn't like the look of it. So I'm going to build an aesthetic one here at some point. I just haven't done it yet. But I have a really nice one down here that works really well. So you guys have probably seen this design before, like some of you. So basically when the melon plant or pumpkin plant grows one next to it, the observers will see it and then update the pistons, and they break it, and then the minecart system collects all the drops. Fortunately, these have not quite worked out or have not been quite as efficient as I would have liked, and actually the potato and carrot ones don't seem to be working real well right now. So I've actually got a villager under this one, and they're supposed to be trying to like pass food to the villager, but for some reason they have not been doing that a lot recently, and I haven't been getting a lot from that. I'm not sure why. If any of you know the purpose for this, oops, just broke that, please let me know. But yeah, I have not been able to find out why, but yeah, then you just have a minecart hopper down here, and they try to throw it to that, and it immediately gets sucked down into a hopper system down there. And then over here we have a beetroot and wheat farm. Underneath it is a hopper rail system, and their inventory gets full, and then whatever's left over gets collected by the mine carts. And then over here is a sweet berry farm. So basically the foxes eat the sweet berries. The thing is, sweet berries drop 4 drops at a time, but the foxes will only eat 1, so the leftovers get picked up by a minecart hopper underneath. This is kind of something I am pretty proud of, and this actually took quite a bit of time. So if we go down here, so the rail lines go all the way over here, so this is the rail line underneath. And it goes all the way over here. You have 2 drops. So because all those farms give up to like 10 different drops, I've got it separated between 2 minecart systems. Otherwise, the hoppers wouldn't be able to pick up everything, because the hopper's inventory is a max of 5. So I've got it split up, but this is a huge auto sorting system. And then they are sorted and then go out to all these hoppers. So underneath is this auto sorting system, and then they actually go to these individual silos. And this is one of my favorite parts here, or at least one of my favorite things that I've done, even though it took me a lot of time. It was kind of somewhat of an original idea, I guess kind of mixed ideas of other things that I've seen. But basically the auto sorter goes down to droppers down there, which they... the items will get brought up through these water streams up to the top, and then go to these hoppers and fill down below. And as you can see, all these items, so there's some carrots going up now, are automatically sorted. So you get all carrots here, all potatoes here, and then each silo has different items. So this one has melon and pumpkins, this one has wheat and beetroot, this one has sweet berries, and then extra seeds from the other one. And then also the lights on the side tell you how many chests are full. So they have up to 5 chests per one, and then that shows you how many are full. So that way you don't have to constantly check on the inside. So that's pretty neat. And then actually, if you go all the way to the top here, what happens is once all these get full, and I've noticed that sometimes some seeds get stuck on the way out, but as these get full, so this one's not completely full right now, but as these start to get full, what happens is they will go into this automatic dropper circuit, and they will get dispensed downwards into another water stream. But yep, they all go through that water stream underneath the ground, go up here, and then get bone meal. So it turns into a bone meal farm. And as you can see, we've got a full chest of bone meal here, and then another half of a double chest there. So it's not the most efficient thing ever, but pretty neat system overall. I'm happy with it. Definitely a neat idea. If I were to do it again, I think I'd do things a little bit differently, but overall pretty happy with it and whatever. So I'll kind of show you guys the next part of this area. Over here we have, I guess I'll go over here first. We have a pig crusher. I don't really use this one as much, to be honest, because now with hoglins you can get automatic source of pork chops, so I'll be building a hoglin farm at some point. But that's not a huge thing on the list right now. Over here I have an automatic wolf farm. You can see, open this chest. This is pretty full actually. Need to empty that out at some point. But get some of the main colors of wool. So they get, once they eat the grass there, there's an observer that observes the grass. Once they eat it, then they get automatically sheared. And the shears might actually be broken. I'll have to check on that at some point. And then back here we have a sheep crusher for the white wool. So those are all the different wool colors that you can trade with villagers too. So this is another aesthetic build. I have been harvesting this a lot actually, and this gives you almost a full double chest of sugarcane, which is really nice. I can't believe I don't have an automatic sugarcane farm at this point, but this thing gives me so much that I haven't really needed to worry about it. As you can see, I've been stockpiling a little bit. It looks like someone grabbed someone on the server, but not a big deal. I got plenty of it over here. I've also got more in the house. Some over here, and then I've also got gunpowder over here. I come over here to make rockets usually. So that's kind of the end of the farming district. And actually, as far as the farming district goes, it is basically done. I've got a few things to touch up, like the connecting paths in a few areas. I gotta create a new farm system for the sheep and the cows, and then obviously build that bridge and a couple of things like that. Make the aesthetic pumpkin and melon farm, but not a ton of things on the list, so it's pretty close to done. So actually, next we'll follow down this path, and this is still a work in progress, but this, I want to kind of turn this into a more of a almost like a town, road, a little more built up than just the farmer's paths. So I still have work in progress on this road. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet, but this turns into the custom village that I'm making. So actually, for those of you that don't know, there's a little carpet trick that you can do. If you place 3 carpets down, mobs don't know how to pathfind across it because they think it's a drop. So that's something that I'm using so that I don't have to build like some kind of piston door or something ugly for my village open air, and just have something like this. So that's kind of neat. I have over here a fountain area. So that's nice, aesthetically pleasing area. And then over here is the town hall. It's pretty big, but I'm using it to house my librarians right now, and obviously the librarians give a ton of different book trades, so that's why I made it such a big build. For those of you that watch Hermitcraft, you may have noticed I have very much taken a lot of things from their town hall, season 7 of Hermitcraft. So this is, it's not a carbon copy, but it's pretty close. I changed some of the dimensions up and a few things, and I'll be changing a few things up as I finish the build. I've kind of put this project on hold a little bit since I got the main infrastructure in, but yeah, so this build was definitely inspired by the Hermitcraft build. Over here we got a little market area, and this is where I'm having all my farmer villagers. Go up here to where all my librarians are. I have most of the ones that I want, but I have a few more to get. I got a floor of quartz and blackstone too. I like it. I've seen a lot of combinations like this, and I just thought that it kind of looks like a marble floor, and I thought it would be kind of neat for a town hall building. I've been messing around with different like glass colors too for the windows. I don't know if I'll keep that. It's still a work in progress for sure. Yep, so over here I've got all my villagers labeled. So this side is basically all armor, and then like tool enchantments. So got mending, unbreaking, which kind of goes on everything, and then you got your protection, fire protection, blast protection. The only guy I don't have is projectile protection, but it's probably the least important of the four. That's why I haven't gotten it yet. And you got thorns, feather falling. Also, these are all maxed out traits too. Frostwalker, which a big reason for me to get Frostwalker, because a lot of you might not use it, is I needed it for the zombie pigman farm that I'm going to be making. So for those of you that don't know, if you have Frostwalker, you don't take damage on magma blocks. So that's the reason why I got a Frostwalker villager. And you got Depth Strider, you know, all your different things. And then you got Silk Touch, Fortune, and then Efficiency 5. So all these guys are maxed out. On this side, we kind of have more the weapons area. This side's a little less filled out, but I got some of the important ones. So I got looting 3, as you can see here, like I got a cheaper protection trade, so I wrote that down. So got that, sharpness 5, I got smite 5 over here, bane of arthropods 5, sweeping edge 3. I also have a power 5 villager in here, just haven't decided where he's going to go yet as far as where I'm going to be placing him, so that's why I haven't put him in yet. But yep, so I got some of the weapons trades over here, still got some to get. But at this point, I got basically all the ones I need for right now. So underneath here is kind of where I have my temporary villager trading hall. I got most of the trades in here. So I got my clerics for my rotten flesh, my shepherds for my wool, and then I got the armor, toolsmith, and I guess weaponsmith over here, and then I got 3 more over here. Well, actually, I will kind of take this guy a little bit so you guys can see the outline here for this village. So I've kind of marked out where the different buildings are going to go. I'll kind of briefly walk through with it with you guys. So actually, I kind of like this wall design too. I want it to be a little more modern. It is a lot of gray. I thought about doing brick here instead, but overall I kind of like this look. And actually I'll be doing kind of bushes on the outside to add a little pop of color in there. But these brick areas are where kind of the, I guess the roads will be. And I'm using brick so that not everything in this village is gray. But over here I'm going to have my shepherds and my leather workers. So it's going to be a little like, I guess, fashion store or clothing store, whatever you want to call it. So I'll display like different colored leather, armor in the window as kind of like different clothing options, and then shepherds are the ones that give you dye. So that's why I'll have the 2 types of villagers in here. A little corner store over there. Over here we'll have the different like the armor, the weaponsmith, the toolsmith, and the fletcher. So all those kinds of weapons and tools over here. So I'll actually probably make like a 4th building over here to fit all those guys in. Over here we have our hotel. So I have my villager breeder over here. Here is where the stonemason will be. So the building will be over here, and then out back will be like a bunch of different stones that you can buy, kind of like if you're buying like let's say like granite countertops or whatever, and you go out back and you pick, you know, what kind of piece you want. So out back here I'll have the different stone types you can pick, and then I have it near the water so like that they can get their stone shipped in via the water. So got another road over here. This is where the fishermen will be. So I have the fisherman's hut over here. Actually, if we go down here, I got another extra little farm to show here. I'm going to try to slowly kind of fly down here. We have a ink farm, and right now it's a little bit of a drowned farm because of how dark it is in here. But I'll tell you what, this is one of my least favorite farms to build because of all the fence gates. If I do it again, I will not do this type of farm because all the fence gates were an absolute nightmare. But overall, I'm happy about this farm. It's not super efficient right now. I mean, I got a decent amount of drops, but not enough to constantly trade. So back here, I think I will have my cartographer. think I might make a little lighthouse out here, since I got kind of a round area here based on the river outline. I'm going to make a little lighthouse, and I'll probably put a cartographer in the top. And then I'm thinking about expanding this out that way, and I might make like a church over here, and that's probably where I will house my clerics. So that's kind of the outline of the village that I have planned, and everything like that. It's definitely a work in progress, got a lot of work to go, but once I get some of these other projects knocked out, I'll be putting a lot more headway into getting this project working. But since I have a temporary trading hall, I'm getting most of the trades that I need. So alright, we'll go on to the next district here. I got my city district, I guess. This one doesn't have a ton of work on it, and I've got a couple farms in, but they don't have like the outline look yet. So this is kind of going to be a wider build, and I'm going to build it one more story up. As you can see, I have 2 stories right now, but I'll build one more later on. It doesn't look like there's a ton of blocks involved, but it takes a decent amount of time to do, because this is the iron farm. I'm not sure if I said that already, but and putting all the villagers and zombies in takes a bit of time. But as you can see, farms works pretty good, I would say. And if I AFK for like 6 hours overnight, it fills more than the double chest worth of iron, but then it also usually goes while I'm in the area at the village. But as you can see, I got a bit of a stockpile here. At one point I had like full double chest of iron blocks, but I've been doing a ton of trading with the villagers. Over here I got my mob grinder that'll usually be going a little bit while I'm in the area, especially I have an AFK spot above here too, and I'll get really good drops when I'm AFKing. So as you can see, all this rogue gunpowder, and it goes on to the next one. So close to 8 chests there. Around a little bit less for the string. String's seems to drop a little bit less, but hitting the 7th chest there. The zombie flesh is into the 9th one, and the bones is into the 9th one, almost into the 10th one. And then we kind of have our overflow over here with a lot more of the drops from the witches, which are not as common. But this thing seems to work pretty well. Most of that was from one 6-hour session. So I guess maybe not most of it, but a decent amount. So in one like 6-hour AFK session, I'll get like 2 double chests worth of iron. So a double chest each, maybe a little bit more for each pillar. And then I'll get about 2 double chests of each item overnight. So or with a 6-hour AFK session. So that's pretty good. I got a few more mob drops while I was in the area, because this is actually where the slime farm that I've been working on has been, as you guys saw in the last episode. So I'll kind of show you guys over here. This is the spot where the beacon comes out. But come down here. That's where the slime farm is. It seems to be working pretty well, enough for what I need right now. I really need it for the magma cream. So I'll just tell you some of the other farms that I got that I'm going to work on. So over here I have an AFK spot way up there. I'm actually going to turn that into a phantom farm, I guess. So it'll be a AFK spot, but also kind of dual as a phantom farm. And then I also will be building like a automatic sugarcane farm with a creeper farm, like a 2-in-1 building, city building over here, and then probably like a cactus farm. Then I might make a potential like drowned farm out of part of this river biome. We'll go to the last district, and this is the one that I've kind of put the least amount of work into so far. Got a few farms over here, but I've not really made any of them look nice yet. So over here I have a nano crop farm, and then a bamboo / kelp farm, so it powers both at the same time using bone meal. Get some kelp blocks, but not super efficient. It requires a ton of bone meal, so I haven't really put much work into this yet. Actually, I will be building a really nice kelp farm at some point in the city build, and I'm actually going to make it inside a big freighter boat. So I'm actually excited about doing that project at some point. Here I got a quick auto furnace. This is something that I'm just using in the meantime. Looks like it's empty right now. But yeah, just 8 furnaces. I'll be building a really nice one in my storage building at some point. I'm actually really excited for the storage building that I'm going to be building. It'll be, you know, full of probably 32 to 64, you know, single item sorters, and then I'll probably build a multi-item sorter inside as well for a lot more of the craftable blocks that you don't get like double chests on double chests worth of. But yep, over here we have a basalt generator. So you just break this, goes in the hoppers underneath and collects down there. So I've been collecting a little of that, and then I had a cobblestone and dual basalt generator at one point over here. I took the ice from over there to put it over there. But I need to build a nicer one at some point, and I'll build an automatic one here at some point. Over here I have a dirt farm, which sounds silly, I know. It's actually based on an El Mango design, but basically you put coarse dirt in here and it'll get dispensed, and then you place it down so you have the dirt in your offhand, and then you put a hoe in your right hand, and then you hold down the right click button and it'll place and hoe the dirt all at the same time, and then it'll get pushed down here, and then I have to set up a TNT duper over here at some point in order to break the blocks. But that's how that works. And then over here we have the mine shaft that I did the first introduction video from. So here is the elevator that I use. So it is a slime block elevator. This one's really more for decoration, and I've actually got to decorate the entrance way more than this. This is not good enough, but it's good enough for now. But actually I mostly we got a couple bubble elevators and a drop down. That's what I use more because it's just way faster, but this is more for to look more aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, just drop down here. For those of you that saw my introduction video, you guys got to see this. If you haven't seen that video, please go take a look at it. I explain how all this works and everything. It's pretty neat. So, yep, and just take the elevator back up. And that's basically all that I've got done for the industrial district so far. Got big plans for this area though. I'll be building like automatic tree farms. Obviously we'll have my big storage building over here. Got big plans, yeah, for tons of like TNT farms and stuff like that, so I'm excited. Get bulk resources. I've kind of got a basic nether tree farm. I think I already grabbed all the resources from here already. But yep, so this is kind of where I've been manually mining down trees for the meantime. So, but that is basically it for this so far. So as you can see, the farming district's basically done. Village, I got some good headway, but still got a lot of work to do on both the city and the industrial districts. So, but it is coming along so far, which is good. So I'm definitely excited about that. So I guess next I will take you guys to the Nether, and we'll get to see some of the farms that I've got working on there. Alright, here we are on the other side here of this Nether portal. This Nether Hub is very much a work in progress. As you guys can see, I'm actually messing around with a lot of different design ideas here. But kind of the basic overarching theme of this is that the central hub is kind of going to be based on the old Nether. So only blocks that you can get from the Nether waste biome is things that will be seen in the Nether Hub here. So I'm messing around with a few design ideas. I have not decided on the floor yet. I will either do quartz slabs or maybe do like a glass fog effect. I think that would be really neat. Obviously that would take a lot of work and a lot of glass. I do have the villagers for it though with all the librarians, but be a lot more work than quartz slabs. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I could definitely use your guys' opinion on what you think. And then we have the 4 main tunnels, and kind of the theme with those is that they're each going to be individually biome themed. So, you know, you got the Crimson Forest over here with the War Forest on the other side, the Basalt Delta theme over here, and then the Soul Sand Valley theme over this way. So I'm still very much working on these designs as well. Got a couple different design ideas. I think I might be doing this one, but I might use string to keep it from growing so that you can still see the shroom lights. But part of the reason why I want to do that one actually is because I like having this arch at this this width, I guess, and I also like the fact that the blocks blend in here for one. That there's nothing sticking out here, I guess, if that makes sense. Also, on this design, the glass does not connect to any of the pillars, so I like that. Also, in here, it's a ton of different stairs. Where over here the stairs are kind of broken up versus being on top of each other, and you get to use a few more different blocks as well. Also, I might be switching these out to slabs at some point. So my goal is kind of to try to use as many different blocks as you can possibly get or craft from these different biomes. So yep, kind of working on the different design ideas here. So that's kind of what I've got going on. I guess next I'll kind of show you the different farms I guess I've got so far. If you guys haven't been able to tell, I'm very much a make the farms work first kind of person and then deal with the aesthetics later. I do enjoy building aesthetic builds, but it definitely is not something that comes as naturally to me as maybe like making farms work. So it requires a little more work of me, so I tend to kind of end up doing it a bit later and first kind of working on just getting the different mob drops or different drops from a farm and kind of making them work first. So inside we have kind of this central hub here, so got a lodestone, crafting table, respawn anchor, and your ender chest. Go up here, hole in the bedrock, we got our first farm. So I've got a magma cream farm over this way. So, but you can see mobs drop down here and you can swing at them. Also, I have some soul sand and wither roses if you want to AFK. Obviously you don't get as many drops, but like I can leave it going on overnight. So if we kind of go above here, since we're in a basalt delta biome, only magma cubes spawn. And they spawn in this area, get attracted to the golem very much like slime, and then they just hop down here and into the chamber. So pretty simple system. So I guess the next thing that I will show you guys is the netherite mine actually. So if we go this way, there we go. So it's kind of nice, you know, my nether hub's all the way at 120 blocks and my mine's all the way down at Y12. So this is definitely the quickest way to get up and down here in the nether. So, but yep, as you can see, this is relatively quick. Traveled a little over, roughly 120 blocks in about 10 to 15 seconds. It's kind of nice. So this mine kind of works very similar to the overworld mine that I have. I actually have to work on some lighting though. Some zombie piglins can still spawn on these basalt blocks here, so I gotta work on doing that. The fact that they can spawn at level 11 and above just makes it really difficult for mob proofing, even with all these slabs in here. So I'll probably put some glowstone or something behind these chests so they can't spawn. I just don't want to accidentally hit one day and have a mess. But you can see all the items I got sorted here, and actually what I've been doing is with all the lava that I get in some of the things, instead of trying to get rid of the sources, I just have been using buckets, and that's been way quicker. And also now I got an excess of lava sources too. That's kind of nice. I have not got enough ancient debris to be storing it yet. I'm not sure if I'll ever get to that point, but got a bunch of different blocks in here. Not a ton of regular quartz, but because I mostly use silk touch, but got a bunch of blocks. A few of these, decent amount of gravel too, which is great. Not much soul sand or soul soil yet because I haven't run into any of those biomes, but decent amount of netherrack too, which was great for some of the projects that I was doing. Some blackstone, which is really good. So and all this is lit up down here. So this is actually in a warp forest biome, so or at least starting like right around here. So no enderman can spawn in this area. And basically how it's split out is each of these sections are split between by 16 blocks, I guess. What you do is you mine down, and what I'll do is I'll do 16 blocks before my first thing of TNT. I'll mine down. Oh, I just made that enderman mad. Whoops. So unfortunately they can still spawn in there. Oh, he got me there. It scared me. Hopefully one more hit should get him. Interrupting me there, that was rude. But yeah, so you what you do is mine down 128 blocks from the initial 16, and then I will split a stack of TNT every other block and then blow up the area. You could definitely go longer than that, but that's what I've been doing. And then you just mine out all of the blocks in between, and then you go down another 16 blocks. So kind of how I've been doing it is I got the basalt every 2 blocks except for on the mining functions, and then using a magma block to signify, you know, every 16 blocks, and kind of use the same rail system as well. This goes down quite a bit, quite a long ways, and I got my minecart chest down there where I am at currently. So yeah, that's kind of neat. Also having the 3x3, I can use my elytra to get down there. So also I got a brewing stand for some potions. It's not really practical though, since you can't make like an infinite water source in the nether, so I mostly just bring potions over. Also a smelting area for smelting any ores, which I haven't really used to either, since most of these you'd fortune. The only one that you'd really smelt is netherite, and I usually do that back in my base, but it's more for aesthetic looks anyway. So, but the nice part is going back up is super quick. I just, you know, did that in about 5 seconds. So that two more things to show you guys, then I'll be done. So we'll go to the end portal down this way. Let's do it. So let's go through the portal here. I'm always scared too. I'm going to come out the other side and look directly into an enderman's eyes and get pushed off the ledge, but it has not happened yet, thankfully. So underneath are a bunch of chickens, and what you do is when you spawn in the wither, throw a poison potion on them, and then it'll get them down to 1 hit, and then when the wither does that initial explosion, it'll kill them all and give you a bunch of wither roses. So, and what you want to make sure for this is that this, you know, back block here of the wither spawning area is right underneath the central part of this portal. Otherwise, when you hit him the first time, he'll get loose. And over here, I've got some more chickens, which are, what they're doing is those hoppers are going to a dispenser, which are constantly spitting out more chickens. That way, get more chickens in there, so that's how that's working. I've actually got a shut-off valve here, and you can just hear a chicken taking damage there, entity damage, but I've got this shut off here with this little section. But alright, we'll do spawn in the wither here real quick. I've got all my stuff. This should be pretty simple. And I'm actually going to make sure to grab a splash potion of poison. Do that, I'll probably get myself here a little bit. But that is a really annoying sound. Sorry if that's super loud. I'll let that wait for just a second. And then here let's spawn in the wither. I've already done this once before, so we should be good, but hopefully everything works out alright. I really don't want to have to do an actual wither fight right now. That would be quite unfortunate, but I think we'll be alright. So, I probably should have done the wither spawning earlier. Okay, they get all the chickens, that's good. So you can see he's taking damage. Should get all the wither roses in here. Actually going to speed up the process here. We have 2 stacks, not bad. Plus I had about a little short of a stack earlier, so let's go ahead and kill this guy. Get this over with. And if you use a smite sword, this actually goes way faster. But yeah, nice and easy. This is the way to fight the wither right here. Super easy. Just put that in there. Put that in the ender chest. So there you go. There's a nice and easy way to do the wither fight. Obviously, like I told you guys, we'll be doing a real wither fight later on in this channel, and I'll be joining my server mates for that. So definitely make sure you guys catch that one. And here, I'll just show you guys the tunnel. I've actually carved out a 3x3 section, so it takes 3,000 blocks to get to this farm. So this took me quite a bit of time to carve all this out. It's a single blaze spawner, and I used the new lava method, which is great. I didn't want to do a 2x2 because it was going to bother me if the spawner was not in the middle. But they were not going into a single row, so I ended up just moving it one this way in order to get them to go in. And also I didn't want it to be off for the wither skeleton farm, which you guys will see here in a second. But yeah, just go down here. And got the blaze spawner. I got all these half slabs here, and I don't quite fit, and that's why I was up a shift there. But got tons of blaze rods here, and actually got a full shulker box in my ender chest, which I need to sort out at some point. Yep, so we got the single blaze spawner, and then I've got a triple crossing over here for the wither skeleton farm that I'm going to build, which is awesome. So a crossing right here, a crossing over here, and a crossing, yeah, over here. So 1, 2, 3. So that's super exciting. This would have been a really difficult project by myself, but they helped me out, slabbed the area. I wanted to kind of preserve the look of the nether fortress and not slab it off with anything that would make it look too different, so I used just half slabs of nether brick. Plus I had so much netherrack from all that I mined out, it just made sense. Plus I still had some left over. I have almost a full shulker box of nether bricks stacks, and so I'm going to be using that for the Soul Sand Valley tunnel this way, since it also leads to the nether fortress. And I guess something I forgot to share too about my nether tunnel, so there'll be the 4 main crossings there, but any tunnel diverting off of that to a different farm will that tunnel will be will show that farm or where it's going to, so it'll display that. So like if it's going to a I guess a Ocean Monument and a Guardian farm, it'll display like blocks from that, and so it'll kind of be themed based on the farm that's going. So that's kind of the plan I have for the Nether Hub. I'm super excited about that. Alright, well, I think that is it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me on this world tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys are most looking forward to as far as different things that I'll be building in this world that I talked about. Definitely let me know down below how you liked the video, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. Alright, Ballistic out. Have a great day. I just forgot to add, the stuff that I showed in this video is mostly stuff that I have built. There are other people in this world that have their own YouTube channels, so I will be putting a link in the description to their channels so that you can check out their builds in this world as well. So please make sure to check their videos out, and I'm sure they would appreciate the support. Thank you, and have a great day.